Hello, I'm Supervisor Mary Rose Wilcox. Welcome to our program today, and before I get started, let me introduce you to David Stevens. Hello, David.
Hi, Supervisor Wilcox.
David is the director of our IT department. For those of you who aren't familiar with IT, we're going to teach you what it is today. About 6 months ago, I got appointed with the National Association of Counties to the Cybersecurity Commission. You might ask what that is. I had to ask myself. But what it is it's all the computers we use, all the technology we use. It's a commission that is going to look, how do we make them safer? It's very, very important. It's a national effort, and we all use computers, and we all take advantage of them in our daily lives, but how well do we know them, and how safe are they? We're going to be highlighting through the month of October National Cybersecurity Month. We've already passed a resolution at the board to acknowledge this. We'll be working with all kinds of people at the county level, and people who think that they know computers, we are going to teach them how to make them safe. One of the big programs we're working on is Stop, Think, and Connect. And I'm going to ask David, as the head of our technology department, to please give us a few thoughts on how we can all make use of computer safety. David?
Thank you, Supervisor Wilcox. I appreciate you asking me to be here today.
Okay.
I think there's a lot that we can learn on this effort. And so really I like to think of our workforce in a lot of ways as a human firewall, if you will,
Okay.
an extension of our technology and processes that we invest in here at Maricopa County in order to keep our computing resources safe and secure. And so a lot of that is, as you said, awareness. And this is great that it's National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And the Office of Enterprise Technology is excited to be a part of this, and so I hope that we can share a few things with you here today.
David, thank you very much. And one of the things I want to assure people who are looking at, county employees especially, is you don't have to be an expert at computer safety. You don't even have to be an expert at how a computer runs, because that's what the IT department is for. They're our first line of defense. Is that true?
That is very true.
Yeah.
And so I think this national campaign of Stop, Think, and Connect is very important, and it's really fairly simple. If we just take the time to stop and really realize that the computing that we're doing has risks. There's a lot of folks out there who would like to bring harm to our networks, to our home computing, and so just stopping and being aware of that. And thinking about the kinds of connections you're going to be making, who you're doing business with, for instance, is equally important. And then lastly, we do need to connect. We do live in a digital age,
Sure.
and so having a security awareness allows us to do that in confidence.
I know I've always been very leery of getting Facebook or something like that, because I think, who can access it? Are those one of the things that you have to be leery of, or?
I think so, and so I guess my suggestions on some advice in terms of keeping computing safe would be really three simple things. One would be keep your passwords long and strong.
Okay.
And so what I mean by long is that we'd have them at least 8 characters in length. And strong, I would say make sure that you use upper and lowercase letters, as well as using a combination of some number and symbol, for instance, like a pound sign. The second tip I would say is don't use the same password for everything you're doing.
That's
for
so
instance,
easy to
Facebook,
do.
right? Yeah, keep them very different, and that
Okay.
way, if you're compromised, at least it's only in one location.
Okay.
And the third thing that I would say briefly is keep your passwords stored in a safe place, not on a
Okay.
sticky pad next to your computer.
Oh, I know so many people. I walk into their office, that's the first thing you see on their little calendar, and you know it's a password.
Right.
So what we're going to be doing this month is we're going to be sharing tips with employees. We're going to be meeting with management, and we're also going to be outreaching to our cities, which really are the county's clients, and reminding them that they have to stop, think, and connect, and be very safe. Is that true?
That's very true. And I'd also say that in light of National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we've created a new web page on the county's site. And so if you go to www.maricopa.gov/technology, you'll see a new link on there called Security. And so we have some helpful tips on education for both county employees and the citizens as well.
Okay, David, employees, get on our website. Give us some of your thoughts too. We're going to give you a lot of tips. David and I are learning. I'm really learning as I go. David's the expert at it. But I really, really feel that don't ignore it. Don't, as David said, get yourself an easy password. Make sure that you know what your password is, and make sure that you are safe, because the last thing you want, either on a personal level or at work, is for anything to be compromised. So with that, David, look forward to working with you all month, and people just stop, think, and connect, and let's be safe this month.
Thank you, Supervisor Wilcox.
Okay.